How's it going, everyone? This is Noise Spectrum here for a video. Been a long time since I've uploaded anything to this channel. Decided to make a video here, kind of picking up on an old series I started probably a decade ago, where I started running through everything that was released on the BANZAI Records catalog. So yeah, I'm kind of picking up where I left off. As you see here, I'm running through everything I've shown up until this point, and I'm going to show another bunch of records here as I hopefully continue onwards to showing everything that the label released back in the 1980s. So I'm not going to waste any time. What you're hearing in the background music-wise is kind of an ode to the label. This is an album from about 10 years ago. This is a band out of Alberta. This is their 2015 full-length debut. So these guys are obviously a throwback to the old school, and they wear their heart on their sleeve when it comes to this label. The track you're hearing in the background is the opening track on this album, which is BANZAI Force of the Blade. So that's what's going to be spinning in the background of this video here. Okay, so let's get started. First record I have to show here. This is from 1984, At War with Satan from Venom. So this album actually holds the distinction of being the first record released on the BANZAI label. This one was licensed from Neat Records. I revert back to the old Metal City home video from back in the day, where they show the inside of the Neat Records offices, and the secretary has a big BANZAI Records promotional poster right next to her desk. It reminds me of the strong connection that BANZAI had with Neat Records in their early days, as Neat was a highly influential label in the early existence of BANZAI Records. But yeah, so this is the one that started it all, from Venom from 1984, At War with Satan, and a band that was prominently featured on this label in terms of the number of releases. Okay, the next one is another one that was licensed from Neat, and that is the Break the Chain mini album from Raven from 1984. Okay, so this is being the BANZAI pressing. This one is the 6-track version. This is one actually I picked up. This is one of the later ones I actually picked up. I never felt a need to grab a BANZAI pressing of this one prior to making the decision to kind of close out and complete the discography of this label. I have the Neat 7-inch and the 12-inch. But again, this one is the 6-track version. Those ones were not. And this copy is actually an autographed copy, autographed by both the Gallagher brothers. And I grabbed this one off of an unnamed rock and metal journalist / author. This was his copy, and now it's in my collection. So that's the Break the Chain mini album from Raven from '84. Okay, next record. This is a classic album right here out of Germany. This is Hellish Crossfire from Iron Angel. Just some essential German speed metal. This one is their debut. They released their first and their second album on BANZAI Records, but this is my favorite of the two. And I kind of kept up with these guys as they have released music after reforming. I follow them on Facebook, but it wasn't until earlier this year, maybe April or May, that there was a Facebook post mentioning that vocalist Dirk Schroeder had passed away. So obviously Iron Angel is no more. But they left behind this great debut from '85. Okay, next album. Next album is another one out of Germany. This one definitely not on the level of Hellish Crossfire, but this one is a solid effort in its own right, and that is the We Rock the Nation album from Restless from 1986. This is the second album from Restless, and again the only album released on BANZAI Records, as their first album I believe predates the label. This one's more along the lines of traditional metal, very much in the vein of Accept. In fact, this album reminds me quite a bit of the Metal Heart album. This album did not get wide distribution worldwide. There's this Canadian pressing on BANZAI, and obviously a German release, and maybe a French release of this album, but not much more than that. This album did not receive widespread distribution back in the day, but a solid effort nonetheless. We Rock the Nation from '86 from Restless. Okay, next one. Here's another one from '86. This is a classic. This is Doomsday for the Deceiver from Flotsam and Jetsam. This is the first album to feature Jason Newsted, and this one holds the distinction of being the only album he appears on that was released on Banzai Records, as the two Banzai released Metallica albums predate him joining the band. Classic track on this one would be Hammerhead, and the title track. I actually like the deeper cuts on this one. She Took an Axe is a great tune. And the song Der Fuhrer, which is kind of half an instrumental, half not, but a real cool album closer. Just a great record from Flotsam and Jetsam, their debut and their only release on the Banzai label. Okay, next. Here's another one that was licensed for Meat Records. This one is Blood Sports from Avenger from 1984. Members from this band rose out of the ashes of the band Blitzkrieg. There was kind of like member swaps with the band Satan. After forming and releasing albums as Avenger, they reformed Blitzkrieg. I think a few of the other guys went on to form the band Atomkraft. So these guys are far and wide reaching as far as bands out of the UK from around this era. They do a cover on this album, Matriarch, which is a Montrose cover. Yeah, this is just a solid one and done on the Banzai label again from Avenger, Blood Sports from '84. Okay, next one. Next one is another mini album, and this one is The Dungeons Are Calling from Sabotage from 1985. This record is essentially an extension of their Sirens album. The material on this record was recorded at the same time as the Sirens record. The same recording sessions produced these songs, but they ended up being a part of, I guess, officially a follow-up mini album as opposed to being included on the Sirens record, which I think has been kind of merged into one over the years. But back then it was released as a follow-up. Yeah, great stuff. If you like early Sabotage, this one's essential for sure. So that's The Dungeons Are Calling from Sabotage from '85. Okay, one more I'll show here. So this one, out of the batch I'm showing here, this one would be far and away the hardest one to come by. Probably in terms of entire label discography, this one may be the hardest one to find, just in terms of the scarcity. This one was never officially released and was never officially available for sale, and that is the Advanced DJ Sampler, the 4-track sampler, released as a promo record only from Banzai. So yeah, this is just a promotional 12-inch. It comes in a plain black jacket, so it's not really much to look at. But again, this one was probably pressed in numbers, I would say, from 1 to 200, so it's extremely scarce. You know, it's just one of those records that if you ever get into the discussion with somebody who collects records from this label, you know, inevitably the question will come up. You know, do you have the Advanced DJ Sampler? You know, it's kind of recognized as one of, if not the most difficult one to come across. Yeah, this copy of mine, I've never seen another since picking this one up, so it's definitely one of the elusive ones if you're in terms of picking up stuff on this label. So that's the Advanced DJ Sampler, 4-track sampler featuring Metallica, Anthrax, and Exciter. Okay, that's it. That's it for this video. Again, hopefully this gets the ball rolling, and as I continue to hopefully show and complete the discography of Banzai Records. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care of yourselves, and cheers.